What's up, traders? Trade recap time. So overall today, I took 6 trades. I had 3 wins, 2 losses, and 1 break-even trade. And I'm going to walk you through my thought process on each one. So as always, this is for me to journal my trades so that I can get better and talk myself through confluences, and then also in the process, hopefully help some of you guys to share with you what I'm seeing and some of the successes that I'm having. And we can learn and grow together. So like and subscribe and support me along this journey. All right, first trade I took was a dumb trade. I'm working on eliminating those, but looking back in hindsight, there really wasn't a lot of confluence to support this trade. Maybe it was a boredom trade. Maybe it was just I opened up my computer and saw something, was making something up. I don't know. Shouldn't have taken it. But my thought process at the time was we were trending up overnight. This gray shaded area was a high volume area that was showing as support at the time. Had a pretty good reaction, bullish reaction up. I mean, if I'm looking for too much there, that's probably what I saw at the time. But I also could have looked back and seen that there was a pretty strong bearish reaction, sell off there. And it was really just chopping around. So should not have taken that trade. There's really not even a whole lot to talk about. I shouldn't have done that one. All right, getting into market open, my first win, it was taken 19 minutes, 20 minutes or so into the open. And I'm pretty proud of myself on this one for being patient, because a lot of times I would have taken it earlier down here and probably been stopped out if it decided to reverse. So I waited for a lot of confluence, so I was more confident in this one. There was a strong reaction off of this high volume area. It reclaimed the overnight London low, and it reclaimed the New York anchored VWAP and kind of chopped around in here. Sellers were not showing up, so it made me think that we were going higher. That's why I entered along and targeted that London high area and took full profit there. So that was a good trade. The next one was a loss. I was going for a failed auction that didn't work out. So this white line right here is the 60-minute initial balance high. We had a rejection, lots of rejections. Also this high volume area up here that it was rejecting. It kind of came up and retested again and took a short. I was just targeting VWAP, so I wasn't going for a whole like full-on home run, and ended up getting stopped out. So took a loss there. This next one may have been a little bit of FOMO. I mean, I was patient. I did wait like 15, 20 minutes between trades, and I do feel like I had good confluence. But it's also not great practice to flip from long to short to long and back and forth. And the risk to reward was not great. I like to try to get more like a 2-to-1 at minimum, and this was like a 1-to-1. But it was a win, so hindsight is 2020, right? So my thought process here was there was a little bit of a fake out, a dip below IB high, and then it regained and went back up. So I took a long and was just targeting that previous week point of control. Let me turn off this so you can see it better. All right, so that blue line is the previous week point of control, which if you guys don't know how to mark that up, I can show you. But I do always mark previous week point of control, value area high, and value area low, which point of control and value area high from last week both served as good points of interest today. So that was helpful. Next one I took was a break-even trade. So what I did here is I used anchored VWAP. Since we were just trending, like grinding up all day, I feel like I didn't really have another good entry to get in on. So what I did here is I took an anchored VWAP from this high, and once we had a bullish close above that VWAP, I put my risk down below the previous low, and then I was targeting previous week value area high, which it did end up hitting, but I didn't manage this trade very well. Once it got a little bit into profit, I moved to break even. I don't know if maybe I just wasn't confident in the trade since I didn't get a fantastic entry. I'm not sure what it was, but got stopped out at break even, and then of course it ran to my target. So great, awesome there, huh? And then my last trade. So here, this previous week value area high and this high volume area of resistance here, it did end up having a good rejection. So I did enter here. My stop loss was originally above that previous high, but as we started to move further down and down into profit, I did end up lowering it and trailing my stop loss. And I was targeting that previous week point of control. So you can see it served as resistance here, it served as resistance here, and then support here. I could have taken a long again, which I did not. So those are good points of interest that I recommend that you guys add to your chart. But that's how my trades went today. Not the best day in terms of profit or trade management, but overall pretty good and always improving, always getting better.